Secretary General of the United Nations Organizations, Antonio Guterres, paid a visit to Nigeria on Tuesday. The maiden visit, which he said was a solidarity visit, was especially for the victims of terrorism in Nigeria. He says, the way to fight terrorism is not only hope, but to provide a future of reality, to invest in livelihoods, to invest in the reintegration of those that have been in the past recruited by these terrorist groups, by Boko Haram. He appeals to the international community to provide hope, support, and create a condition of real development. The UN Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, says he will be an advocate for the Borno state government within the international community, asking them for support and to invest in Borno state.
Visit of solidarity, especially with the victims of terrorism in the holy months of Ramadan. And the fact that I came to Borno State is symbolic of our priority in the world to fight terrorism and to create solutions for the victims of terrorism.
We are very active in support of the humanitarian efforts of the Nigerian government, and that is why we have called for an additional $351 million as part of the overall $1.1 billion for the humanitarian response plan for Nigeria. The visit of the UN Secretary General seems to have generated a lot of controversies. There are controversies based on the places he visited, controversies based on his advice on how to put an end to terrorism in Nigeria. Your visit to Nigeria is charade if you don't visit the theaters of the criminality of Fulani terrorists in South, Middle Belt, Akintoye tells UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. Yoruba Nation Arrowhead Professor Banji Akintoye had advised the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres not to listen to Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari, but to visit scenes of herdsmen and terrorist attacks in Nigeria. Akintoye also said that the president has mismanaged Nigeria's diversity and ethnicity by running a government of the Fulanis, by the Fulanis and for the Fulanis. Your Excellency cannot get a true picture of how close to the precipice Nigeria is unless you visit the theaters of the criminality of this government, visit the Middle Belt, behold the atrocities of Fulani herdsmen, and marvel, visit the Southwest. Visit Ifon, also in Ondo State, whose traditional ruler was murdered by Fulani herdsmen. Visit Southern Kaduna, where ethnic cleansing is a daily activity of the murderous Fulani nihilists. The same thing is happening in Taraba, Plateau, Niger, Ogun, and Oyo states, where Fulani herdsmen maim, rape, kill farmers, and destroy farmlands in their land-grabbing drive across the southern region of the country. He says the list is endless. Professor Banji Akintoye also said that President Buhari violated the rights of Sunday Igboho and that of other Nigerian citizens, destroying properties, maiming and killing innocent Nigerian citizens, and how President Buhari has refused to obey court injunction. He described the Buhari government as lawless. Some Nigerians have on the Twitter platform reacted to what Professor Banji Akintoye said. Abiodu Bello, a Twitter user, said, "What about the atrocities committed by some armed Fulani bandits in the north, which is more serious and well documented than the over-exaggerated and politically driven occurrence in the south?" Jacqueline, also a Twitter user, said, "The atrocities aren't one-sided, sir. They are nationwide." Senator Shehu Sani, a Twitter user too, said the visit by Antonio Guterres to Nigeria's Borno State, the epicenter of terrorist attack, is a welcome development. His presence in the northwest and central to assess the humanitarian situation is very much needed. There are people who have openly expressed their displeasure with the fact that the United Nations Secretary General did not visit other parts of the country. BD Reasonson, a Twitter user, says, United Nations Secretary General Antonio visited northern Nigeria, should please as well visit the eastern parts to witness the atrocities ongoing by the Nigerian military and police against the Biafra people without being told by anyone, just to avoid misleading the body of UN. Divine Royalty, also a Twitter user, said, breaking, tears as victims of terrorist Fulani herdsmen attack in Kwande, Benue State, buried in mass grave. This is where United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres is expected to visit in his visit to Nigeria. Frankie, another Twitter user, says, is UN in support of the ongoing jihad in Nigeria? UN Secretary General never paid a visit to the East to see firsthand the evil committed by the Nigerian army towards the Biafran people. Something is wrong. Another Twitter user, Bayo Oluponda, says, the most heartbreaking for me is how folks on Twitter, out of partisanship and hate for Governor Otum, politicize, trivialize herdsmen genocide against Nigerians in Benue. Thousands of people have been massacred as the army unlook. Defenseless women, children, villagers. Some other Nigerians have equally said that the UN body is corrupt and biased, and that is why the Secretary General only visited the northern part of Nigeria. Jasper Anyet Lewis, a Twitter user, says, UN Secretary is compromised and corrupt. That is why he is celebrating with Muhammadu Buhari in Aso Rock instead of visiting those places to see things for himself. Another user, Nnamdi Kanu's fan club on Twitter, Antonio Guterres couldn't visit those areas because he purposely went to aid Fulani terrorists in the northern Nigeria. Okereke Johnson, another Twitter user, has said, the United Nations appeared to be the lead divider of nations. To ponder upon. 1. Is Borno State the only state in Nigeria under terrorist attack? Why did the UN Secretary General not visit other states in other parts of the country under terrorist attacks? 2. Jacqueline, a Twitter user, said that the atrocities are not only one-sided, but nationwide. Why then did the United Nations Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, not visit these other parts of the country or even acknowledge them in his speech? 3. Does the United Nations Secretary General know that the Fulani herdsmen are perpetrating genocide and other kinds of atrocities in the south, but have not been recognized as terrorists because the president is from the Fulani tribe? 4. Is the federal government keeping vital information as regards the state of insecurity in Nigeria from the international community? Why will the president disregard the insecurity in other parts of the country? Is he the president of the North or the president of Nigeria? Is he really operating a government of the Fulanis, by the Fulanis, and for the Fulanis, as said by Professor Banji Akintoye? I want to know what you think in the comment section. Leave a comment there, and thank you for watching The Voice Read. Thank you.